What happens if a giant asteroid hits Earth? Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, we love diving into the craziest what-if questions about our planet and the universe. Today's topic is one that gives everyone chills. What happens if a giant asteroid hits Earth? You've seen the Hollywood movies, Bruce Willis drilling a nuke into a space rock or a giant wave wiping out cities. But what does science actually say? Could it really end life as we know it? Today, we're going step by step, from the second it hits to years later, using real science from NASA and the dinosaur-killing event 66 million years ago. Stick around till the end, because we'll talk about real close calls, what NASA is doing to stop one, and whether we humans could actually survive. Let's start. What even is a giant asteroid? Asteroids are basically giant space rocks, leftovers from when planets formed 4.6 billion years ago. They're not alive, not spaceships, just chunks of rock, metal, or ice floating around the sun, mostly between Mars and Jupiter in the asteroid belt. Comets are different. They're icy and have tails when they get close to the sun. Meteors are just the streaks of light we see when tiny bits burn up in our sky. A meteorite is what actually lands on the ground. Now, size matters a lot. A giant asteroid in this video means something big enough to cause serious trouble. House-sized, about 20 meters, can destroy a city block, 100 to 200 meters, can wipe out an entire city, or cause huge tsunamis. 1 kilometer wide, regional disaster, think country-sized damage. 10 kilometers, or 6 miles, or bigger, global catastrophe, like the one that killed the dinosaurs. These things move insanely fast, up to 20 kilometers per second. That's faster than anything humans have ever built. When one this fast slams into Earth, it doesn't just hit and stop. It explodes with the power of millions of nuclear bombs. Most asteroids are dark, and hard to spot until they're close. That's why NASA watches thousands of them every day. But don't worry yet, we'll get to the good news later. Real asteroid hits that already happened. Let's look at history so you can picture what a giant one would do. First, the famous one. 66 million years ago, a 10 to 15 kilometer wide asteroid, about the size of a big mountain, slammed into what is now Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. Scientists call the spot the Chicxulub crater. It's 180 kilometer wide today. The asteroid was moving at over 20 kilometers per second. The energy released, about 100 million megatons of TNT. That's 1 billion times more powerful than the Hiroshima bomb. Imagine every nuclear weapon on Earth exploding at once, then multiply that by thousands. That's the power. Here's what happened in the first few minutes. A fireball hotter than the surface of the sun, over 10,000 degrees Celsius, appeared instantly. Everything within hundreds of kilometers was vaporized. The ground shook with an earthquake stronger than magnitude 10. Huge landslides ripped across the ocean floor. Because it hit shallow ocean and thick rock full of sulfur, gypsum, the explosion shot billions of tons of dust, rock, and sulfur into the sky. A massive tsunami, 30,000 times more powerful than the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami, raced across the Gulf of Mexico and even reached the other side of the world. Waves over 100 meters high slammed coasts. But the worst part came next. The dust and sulfur blocked the sun for years. Global temperatures dropped fast, like a nuclear winter. Plants died, animals starved. Wildfires burned everywhere from red-hot rocks falling back down. Acid rain fell, destroying the ozone layer so deadly UV rays hit the ground. Later, extra carbon dioxide caused greenhouse warming. Result? About 75% of all species on Earth went extinct, including almost all dinosaurs, except birds. It took millions of years for life to recover. Now, smaller but still scary modern examples. In 1908, a 50-meter asteroid exploded over Tunguska, Siberia. It never even reached the ground. The airburst flattened 80 million trees over an area the size of a big city, 2,000 square kilometers. The explosion was 10 to 15 megatons, like a huge nuclear bomb. Luckily, it was an empty forest. If it had hit over London or New York, millions would have died. In 2013, a 19-meter rock exploded over Chelyabinsk, Russia. Only 500 kilotons. But the shockwave shattered windows, injured over 1,500 people with flying glass, and the sonic boom was heard hundreds of kilometers away. Scientists only saw it after it was already burning up. These prove even small asteroids are dangerous. A giant one? Game over for huge parts of the planet. What happens? Step by step. If a giant asteroid hits today, let's imagine a 10-kilometer giant asteroid is heading straight for us right now. We'll call it Doom Rock for fun. Scientists spot it too late, only days before impact. Here's exactly what would happen, second by second and year by year. Minute zero, the impact. Doom Rock enters the atmosphere at 20 kilometers per second. Air friction makes it glow brighter than the sun. It punches through the sky in seconds. When it hits the ground, let's say it lands in the ocean near a coast for maximum damage, it doesn't stop. The front of the asteroid instantly turns into superhot plasma gas, temperatures over 10,000 degrees Celsius. The rock basically explodes. A crater 180 kilometers wide and many kilometers deep forms in minutes. A fireball 100 kilometers across shoots up. Anything within 500 kilometers is instantly burned or blown away by winds stronger than any hurricane. The shockwave travels at the speed of sound, flattening buildings and forests for hundreds of kilometers. Earthquakes ripple around the whole planet. If it hits ocean, a tsunami starts immediately. Waves 300 meters tall race outward at 800 kilometers per hour. They would hit coasts hours later, drowning cities thousands of kilometers away. Red-hot rocks the size of cars rain down across half the planet. They start thousands of wildfires. The sky turns orange and black. Temperatures near the impact site stay over 100 degrees Celsius for hours. The air pressure wave circles the globe. People thousands of kilometers away hear a boom and feel their windows shake. Dust starts rising. First week, darkness and cold. Billions of tons of dust and sulfur fill the upper atmosphere. Sunlight drops by 90%. Days turn into twilight. Temperatures fall fast, maybe 10 to 20 degrees Celsius colder worldwide within weeks. Photosynthesis stops. Crops die in fields. Plankton in oceans die. The food chain collapses. Acid rain poisons rivers and lakes. If the asteroid hit land rich in carbon rocks, extra CO2 later warms things up again. But first comes the cold impact winter. First year. Global disaster. The sun is almost gone for months or years. Global temperatures drop enough to freeze rivers and cause crop failures everywhere. Billions of people starve or freeze. Ozone layer is destroyed. Skin cancer rates skyrocket for survivors. Toxic chemicals in the air make breathing hard. Scientists say 95% of humans could die in the first year from hunger, cold, and disease, even if you're on the opposite side of the planet. Only people in underground bunkers or near huge food stores might last. Animals and plants suffer the same fate. Another mass extinction begins. 10 years later, the new normal. Dust slowly falls. Sunlight returns, but the climate is messed up. Some parts of Earth might warm too much from the extra greenhouse gases. New species evolve over thousands of years. Humans, if any survive, we'd be starting over like cave people. No electricity, no farms, no cities. A 1-kilometer asteroid would be only regional. It might destroy one continent's weather for years and kill millions, but humanity would probably survive. A 10-kilometer one? Civilization ends. Only a few thousand people in the luckiest spots might make it. Crazy, right? One rock from space could undo 10,000 years of human progress in a single afternoon. Could this happen tomorrow? The good news. Giant extinction-level asteroids are extremely rare. NASA says the chance of a 5 to 10-kilometer asteroid hitting us in any given year is very less, basically, once every 100 million years. We're safe for a long, long time. Smaller city killers, 100 to 300 meters, are more common, maybe 0.1% chance per year, but 70% land in ocean and 25% in empty areas. Still scary. We've had close calls. In 2023 and later, NASA tracked asteroids that passed closer than the moon. One famous one, Apophis, will come very close in 2029 but miss us safely. Right now in 2026, there are no known giant asteroids on a collision course. NASA's telescopes watch thousands every night. Can we stop a giant asteroid? Yes. We're not helpless like the dinosaurs. NASA and other space agencies have real plans. Step 1. Find it early. NASA's NEO, Near-Earth Object Program, and new telescopes like the Vera Rubin Observatory scan the sky constantly. If we find a threat 10 to 20 years ahead, we can act. Step 2. Deflect it. The best way: change its path just a tiny bit so it misses Earth years later. Even moving at 1 cm per second is enough if we have decades. Real proof: NASA's DART mission in 2022. They slammed a spacecraft into a small asteroid moon called Dimorphos. It worked. The orbit changed more than expected. By 2026, new studies show DART even slightly changed the whole asteroid pair's path around the Sun. The European Hera mission is arriving at the end of 2026 to study the crash site up close. This proves we can do it. How you and I can help. Space agencies need money and support. Tell your friends about planetary defense. Support NASA funding. One day your kids might work on the mission that saves the world. Conclusion: the universe is wild, but we're ready. So, what happens if a giant asteroid hits Earth? In short, total chaos for years, possible end of civilization, but it's super unlikely soon. The dinosaur event shows how powerful space can be, but unlike them, we have science, telescopes, and DART-style missions. The universe is beautiful and dangerous. Asteroids helped build Earth by bringing water and minerals long ago. Now we just need to make sure the next one misses. What do you think? Could humans survive a giant hit? Comment below. If this video scared you a little but excited you more, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Thank you.